All right, so I just did a video in the same outfit in the same space, and this one is going to be completely different. So I want to talk about twin flames and the twin flame journey, the twin flame experience. And I want to say, first of all, on a personal level, the journey, the experience is very, very, very real. I also think it's wildly misunderstood because it is exceptionally tumultuous. It's exceptionally tumultuous. It's this is what happens. You're living your life, you're bumping along, you think you're doing all right. You got some things are going pretty well, you got some things that are possibly not. You've got some trauma. If you've lived 40 years, you've had some trauma, you've seen some things you wish you hadn't seen. But you can't unsee them. You've probably had people in your life that have made you feel, and nobody makes you feel anything, and that's the important part to learn, but at this particular point, you don't know that yet. So you have people in your life that have made you feel like you're not worthy, like you're not enough. You have things, you have ways that you perceive the world that you know that you have an authority on. But the people who are right around you don't see it, i.e. your family, your parents. Your parents are your world. When you're growing up, your parents are your world. So the example that your parents provide, unless you have another strong adult in your life who's kind of guiding you through, and I did reach out to a couple through my adolescent years especially, and a couple friends' parents that were just, they were my pseudo-parents. Like they were my friends. They just having somebody to see you and recognize you. Is really important, but nobody can replace that parent figure. Not really. So the way it works, hurt people. So my parents had all their unhealed traumas, and for many people, many people seem to be able to just kind of function through life and like push their way through life, even carrying emotional baggage. And some of us have a little bit more trouble with that. At any rate, I thought I was doing mostly okay. I had some self-worth issues, I suppose, but I didn't really notice them until this one person looked directly into my eyeballs, and I was like, oh, I'm seen. Somebody sees me. And what happens is you experience a kind of, I don't want to say euphoria, because it's, in fact, I have 4 words to describe what I felt when I felt that scene and that present, like I felt that my presence was worthy and desirable. Height, light, clarity, and control. It was not euphoric. It was not impulsive. I felt more capable, more able to be in the fullness of me. What happens when there are 2 people who possibly have self-worth issues or trauma issues or whatever kind of issues from a past, and they look at each other for the first time and they are first seen and felt, it's like shining light onto, what's it called? Cockroaches. And they're like, and they scatter. And that's your fear. That's your self-worth stuff. So I'm looking in, this person looks in my eyeballs. I feel seen for the first time. It feels really good. It feels really right. Then there's a challenge. A challenge arises. Some kind of challenge that is like beyond your control. For us, it was COVID. For many of us, it was COVID lockdowns. COVID lockdowns threw us into separation. And when that happens, all of your own old wounding surfaces, the unhealthy attachments, the abandonment wounds, feeling unseen, feeling unheard, feeling uncared for. Am I worthy? Am I crazy? And I tend to analyze things very deeply. I focus on details very deeply, and not everybody sees those fine details like I do. And if nobody sees them, you wonder, like, am I absolutely nuts? And so I've spent the last year in my cranium processing so much. And now I'm on the other side. And people who have gotten to the other side of this, they will say the same thing that I am. It is not about the other person. It is about your own personal journey to finding your connection with yourself. It's the love story between me and me. And as I've done that, now I can see the beauty in everyone and everything else. So as far as this specific person, I hope for reconciliation, but I found my source of authenticity and power here and in my friendships.